Hello, everybody. I'm here to let you know that Gene and I are through. It's been 5 years now, and we are literally through with sitting on the fence and watching our friends and our family members and our associates and everybody else in the world who's come to us and said that they're tired and ready to give up on their marriage. I'm a little bit sick of this divorce thing. And the devil is so busy nowadays that he's finding little strategic ways to get you to quit on your marriage, getting you to quit on your covenant between you, your spouse, and God. See, what you got to understand is it's no longer about you and your spouse. Now there are some special situations, and I understand some of you guys are in positions where you may in fact need to move out of that relationship. You may be being abused, or you may be being abused, or your life is threatened by staying together in this marriage. But I mean, really, like, just to quit because things are a little rough. Jenny and I have been married for 5 years now. I know that's not a whole lot to some of you all who've been married 20s and 30s and 40 years. But I can tell you this. I got married at 22. All right. And for me, a lot of people thought, that's way too young to be getting married. But it is what it is. I got married at 22. I'm glad that I got married. My wife is so awesome to me. But I can tell you, the first 3.5 years of our marriage was shipwreck. We didn't even like each other. I mean, like, we dealt with each other. We were like, partners. Not good partners, but we were partners. Like, we tolerated each other. But one of the biggest things that we went through with each other was worrying about our needs being met. We were so concerned about our individual needs being met that we took the focus off of each other. My biggest deal was I was trying to make her think like I thought. I tried to control her. I tried to make her feel like she was wrong for the way she treated me as a wife. And what I realized is nobody ever taught us how to be husband and wife. Nobody took the time out to say, this is how you be a husband and this is how you be a wife. There wasn't a manual. It was just like on the job training. And that's what marriage is. It's on the job training. But you have to understand that what you signed up for is a lifelong commitment. And you picked this person. So it's time to figure it out. It's easier said than done. Many of you guys may not like what I have to say, and you already have something negative in your mind, but you have to realize why I'm saying it. I'm saying it because it's not worth it. Some of you guys are looking to get out of this marriage to jump into another relationship with somebody else who you think is your soulmate. It's crazy. Don't fall for it. The grass may not be greener on the other side. I'm telling you to take the time to fix your marriage. Well, how can I fix the marriage if I'm the only person that's willing to do something? Well, look, here's what you need to do. You need to fix you. You need to continue to pour into your marriage. You are going to get out of the marriage what you put in it. And here's what you may be saying. Well, Adam, I've been doing this for such and such time, and there's still no results. Well, what you basically are sowing is that if I do something for a little bit of time, I'm supposed to get a lifelong result. Or you may be experiencing a little bit of difficult times in your marriage, and you may be saying, well, I'm tired of doing this, and my spouse isn't doing that. Or I do this and my spouse doesn't do that. Well, your spouse isn't you. That's one of the biggest things I had to realize. My wife is not me. She does not think like me. Now, see, if I'd have took a little bit more time before I married her and figured out who she really was and figured out, how she was raised and tried to figure out all the different experiences in her life to lead up to who she is now as my wife, then maybe I would have been a little bit more tolerable for some of the things that we encountered in our first 3.5 years in marriage. But see, most people don't take the time out to find the important things out. And there are some people in here watching this video who aren't married yet. And I tell you, please take some time to figure out who this person is, where they come from. Because your morals and values need to match up. You know, if they don't, you're going to spend some time figuring it out till you mesh. You have to start loving each other more. You have to, when you haven't taken that time out to figure out who your spouse is, you have to do it now that you're married to them. Too late. Figure it out now. But you have to start loving each other more. You have to start being more patient. Take the time to get to know your spouse. Start doing some fun things. It may be hard to talk right now. Find somebody that you know and you can trust, that has good counsel, some good spiritual foundation, that's going to give you biblical information. So, you know, I'm sorry if I yelled at you a little bit, but I am. I'm so sick of sitting on the fence with this divorce thing. I'm so sick of people saying they separated. It's hurting. It's hurting me. I hate to see people around me, you know, sitting in marriages that they're unhappy in. It's time to start doing some things about it. We are going to fix this marriage thing. I mean, there's no point of, you know, of me, you know, coming on here, you know, preaching about how good my marriage is, or, you know, telling you about how good business is or how good life is, and you sit around suffering and you know me. Let's get together. Let's start working on these things together. Let's become a real family, a real community. We're going to start doing some things differently now. You know, I personally am going to stand for this. You know, I hope that you are willing to jump on board with me. I hope, you know, if you are sitting in a marriage and you're unhappy, that, you know, we can get together and start talking about some things that we can do differently. We're going to start praying corporately. We're going to do whatever we need to do to fix these marriages. But don't quit, man. Just don't quit. Don't give up yet. It's not over yet. All right? I love you guys.